We define SkillsUSA as a partnership of students, teachers, and industry, and we all work together to assure America has a skilled workforce. We need young people that are engaged in the trades, excited about the trades, have passion about the trades, and SkillsUSA provides that talent pipeline.
I think the 21st century manufacturing sector is like nothing that people have any idea. You're more likely to have an iPad than you are a wrench in the 21st century manufacturing world, and we need men and women with the skills necessary to move our economy forward. The next generation of workers are coming out of SkillsUSA.
When you come to SkillsUSA, you see every job that you would walk into a small town or a city functioning on the competition floor below. If we're gonna make that small town or city come to life, then we gotta train and develop people to make that town function.
Trade jobs are not desirable anymore. Parents think, hey, we need people to go do those, but not my kid. We really need to let the kids themselves decide what they want to do. And that's one of the great things about SkillsUSA is they get to choose something they're passionate about, which makes them a better employee because they're doing what they love to do.
I was at Georgia Northwestern my first semester. I was going for the 4-year degree, and I started seeing the type of classes, and it didn't really interest me. I wanted to do something hands-on. One of my buddies, he actually competed here at SkillsUSA and Teamworks. So I looked into the 2-year degree in the trade school and found something that I thought I would actually want to do for the rest of my life. My name is Logan Thomas. I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Calhoun, Georgia.
The Teamworks competition consists of 4 students: carpenter, plumber, electrician, and mason. Those 4 students work together to do a project that we change up every year. They have to choose a leader, but the rest of them have to actually participate in order for that leader to be successful.
The Teamworks competition really complements what we do in a classroom by teaching first and foremost work ethic. When it comes to the competition, they're kind of on their own, so that really brings in the leadership skills.
Today was the first day of competition. I was feeling a little bit of pressure. There were a few minor mistakes, but we fixed them on the fly and got everything right. Being at the national level for the first time, I think we did well.
The Teamworks competition is mostly about working together. It really looks good in your resume, and it pushes you to do better.
But once the competition ended, we all just looked at each other and smiled just to be glad that we finished, because that was the main goal. Competing at Skills really gives you a confidence boost because it makes you go through all the stages that you would in the workforce, being interviewed and having to build a resume and turn those things in and being judged on those outside of the actual competition.
The youngest student was 13. The oldest student was 73. We're talking about steering young people into the talent pipeline, but we're also talking about workers that are re-emerging and looking for new opportunities.
Doing construction before my education, I thought I knew it all. But then I started going to school for it, and I realized I didn't know half as much as I thought I did. I am actually glad that I waited later in my life to start school, but to me, getting older means you get better. My name is Marvin James Pointer, and I'm from Cedartown, Georgia. Being twice the age of my teammates, I kind of feel like a father figure to them. I just try to be a leader to them and show them the best way I know how to do something. The biggest thing I would take away from this competition, just the brotherhood of it. They're good students, hard workers. I'm blessed to have them on my team.
I think a student competing at SkillsUSA is sharpening their skills, but also really learning kind of how to be an adult. You're out on your own for a week, you're in a different city, you're navigating a new place, and I think it's kind of a first step into becoming a bit more mature.
It's life-changing for them. We really get to see quite a huge change in the way students present themselves and carry themselves after being involved in competitions such as this.
I am very proud of this team. They work together more than any other team I've ever had. It gives me a satisfaction to be able to see these students graduate and get put into a great career.
My hope for my future is hopefully one day having my own business like my dad.
What motivates me is my family. They want me to do better in my life than they did in theirs.
My hope for my future is to be like my dad, just pass on the trade, teach what I've learned, and even add to that.
We have a job to do with parents. We have a job to do with counselors. We have a job to do with the general public and even the news media to inform people that these jobs exist. They're well paying. They'll support your family and your community, and they're technical.
All jobs are noble. All jobs are needed. All jobs help a city run. So we need to get into our high schools, our homes, and talk to the moms and dads and say, let me show you how many jobs are out there and how all these jobs work together. It's not an industry-only issue. It's not an education-only issue. It's not a government-only issue. It's an us issue. We come together because this is how life works. And if we don't come together, who else will?